just in how much money you have. Now, a lesson I learned from this is this, that remember, he was at the brook Cherith, and God was keeping the water flowing in the brook. He was sending birds, I guess, every day to bring them food. So he was doing just great, wasn't he? Then one day, now listen, then one day the brook dried up, didn't it? One day the brook dried up. Now, you really have at least two choices here if you're as a Christian. You could stop and say, well, I wonder if God wants me to believe him, wants me to release my faith in prospering, to believe him to put more water in the brook. Because God could have done that, couldn't he? God could have put more water in the brook. Elijah could have prayed and said, God, do you want me to stay here? Then I need water back in the brook. And God would have brought water back in the brook, wouldn't he? And he would have been continued to prosper through his faith in God. But there was another choice there. See, the brook dried up. So the first choice was Elijah could have prayed and asked God to put more water in the brook if that was God's will. Or maybe the brook dried up because God wanted Elijah to go somewhere else. God was done using that place. Elijah went to the place where God wanted him to go at the brook Cherith, but now he was done with what God wanted to do through him at the brook Cherith, and he wanted him to move on. So you may be in a situation where you feel the same way. You may be able to say, I know God led me to this place or to this position I'm in, and but I'm lately, I've really been sensing in my spirit. It's almost like the brook is drying up for me here. I'm sensing in my spirit that God may not want me to stay here any longer, that I need to move. God has another place for me to go. Well, see, that's what you have to decide through prayer. Matter of fact, here's how I would pray a lot too over it. Over everything, I always pray in tongues a lot over everything. I'll definitely pray in the spirit, pray in other tongues over the situation, and then believe God, pray for a little while in tongues, maybe, whatever you want to pray, 5, 10, 15 minutes, half hour, whatever you want to pray, and then trust God to give you the interpretation of what you pray, to enlighten your mind and to show you what you just prayed, which will end up being direction for your life. Let me give you an example. I know around, let's see, when was it? I had been going to a church